Miami Club.
I'm at a wine tasting party at my friend Party Mummy's house, and I'm so excited because really, what mummy doesn't love wine? But tonight, we're going to learn what makes a wine good, how to taste wine, and we're also going to debunk some myths about wine while we're at it. Cheers.
Elizabeth is the brand manager at Corby's, the wine division, and she's going to walk us through the joys of various wines.
The reason people swirl the wine around in the glass is to really start releasing the aromas. So if you smell it first before swirling it, you don't get a whole bunch out of it. But when you start to swirl, it really does release the aromas. So you start to be able to get a bit more of an impression of what the wine's going to taste like. And so the first one we're having is called Brancott Sauvignon Blanc. It's from the Marlborough region of New Zealand. And in general, a Sauvignon Blanc, they don't get a lot of oak treatment or any oak treatment at all. So in this case, we're really smelling the grape itself. The second wine is the Wyndham Estate Bin 222 Chardonnay from Australia. A lot of times with Chardonnay, people's feedback is they don't really like the oakiness of it. And in this case, the oak is there definitely to make the wine more complex and to give it a little extra structure. But people are really sort of ratcheting back the oak because the style previously was to have it extremely oaky and now less so. And this really allows the quality of the fruit to come out. So the next one that we can look at is the Pinot Noir called Stoneleigh. It's not that full body, but it still does have that tannin structure. It's been a really popular variety, and I can see why. Like, it goes with tons of different kinds of foods. It tastes great on its own, so if you're just sipping a red, it's very easy drinking. So the only European wine we have in the mix tonight is the Campo Viejo Crianza. It comes from a region in Spain called Rioja. It's got sort of more emphasis on things like oak aging. Very dry, definitely a food wine. The last one we have is another one from Australia. It's Jacobs Creek Reserve Cabernet. And this one is going to be the fullest bodied of all of them. Very, very rich tannins. Cabernet is just made for red meat. People tend to say like a rich red wine and a dark chocolate go well together. Because dark chocolate is not so much about the sweetness, it works okay with wine. So when you're tasting through the wines, if you're getting a really predominant note of, say, fruit or spice or something, you can sort of think, like, if I had that fruit, what would I do with it? And that's a way of thinking about how you might match it with food.
And what's the one thing they went, wow, I didn't know that?
That you don't have to worry about the white wine with chicken. If you want to have white wine with beef, you go ahead and whatever tastes good, because not everybody enjoys the same palate. So you do what works for you.
Certainly just about some of the undertones and the aromas, and that they don't actually, when they say it has a fruity thing going on, they don't put the fruit in. Yeah, that was a little bit interesting because I always just assumed that there were cherries in there too. So that was neat.
I learned that the decanter that I received for my wedding 5 years ago is actually useful. I had no idea what it was for. And in fact, you pour a bottle of wine in and it allows the wine to breathe, and that's why the bottom is very wide and shallow. So that's something I'm going to be taking home with me tonight.
Which was your favorite?
This one here, it would be the, I think it was the Bin 222. Yeah, that was great. I enjoyed it.
I think the one that I liked was that first Sauvignon Blanc that was really light and really crisp. I think actually the Cabernet. I think I quite enjoyed that, and certainly it had sort of a minty flavor to it, and mix it with the chocolate, it was perfect.
This is my only note I made, and it was the Wyndham Bin 222 Chardonnay.
The Wyndham Estate Bin 222.
I like the Wyndham Estate Chardonnay the best. What was your favorite wine?
My favorite wine was the opposite of yours. I like the Campo Viejo Crianza. I like that. That was Spanish, red, sexy, hot,
good.
I think I will take a moment to kind of appreciate the flavors of it now after doing that, and not just sucking it back. No, I was kidding.